Hello, my name's Liam. If you're new here, I just do stuff and I talk about what I've learned so that I can save you some time. So, I've posted a YouTube video every day for the past, since August last year. So now it's May. So I'm coming up on almost a year of posting every single day on YouTube. And so since then, I've made over 300 videos now on YouTube. And then I just recently started tapping into recycling my content on TikTok, but I wanted to talk about what I've actually gotten out of YouTube and the untold benefits. So obviously people might start YouTube for different reasons than why they continue doing it. So at first I started because I wanted to run my lifestyle coaching business, and that's why I started. I just wanted to get the word out about what I do and just provide value. And that's certainly been a part of it, but there's been a few things that I'm like, wow, YouTube has really helped me in ways that I wouldn't have expected. And first things first is being articulate. So I've always wanted to be well-spoken. I've liked how competent people are able to accurately convey their thoughts and put together sentences in such a way that differentiates them from regular people. And so you can hear a person who is well-spoken, and it makes you just automatically attach more value to what they're saying. It makes you believe what they're saying. It's kind of a persuasion thing, but I wanted to develop that. And one of the best ways is obviously through talking. And it really is a kind of more simple form of public speaking. So when I post these videos, I have 1.5K subs right now. So I'm speaking to 1,500 people. If you were to imagine a stadium of 1,500 people, this would be insane if I could speak like this in front of that big of a group. So I make a video every day and I force myself to put the camera up, and a lot of it's really, really spontaneous. This video is completely off the cuff. And most people are not able to speak and put together sentences and connect thoughts and simply convey value in a short amount of time, especially off the top of their head. So what I've realized is that I can think of any topic. You could be like, Liam, give me 3 tips to help you eat healthy. I'd be able to make a video about that and post it and have it convey exactly what I wanted to say. And I think it's also made me a great public speaker. So I did a public speaking class in college this past semester, and a lot of it, when I was writing up the speech, because he had us obviously write it down first. And when I would write it up, I would basically just spew off what I would normally say in a YouTube video. And then when I performed the speech, since I was so good at naturally speaking and not looking at a script, I was able to go up there and just briefly look at the pages and say my entire topic. So it's going to make you a really, really strong speaker if you're making these types of videos. And if you put an emphasis on being authentic, it's only going to help cultivate a greater and more connected audience. And so just being able to put up your phone and talk to it for 10 minutes, that helped me so much. Number 2 is practicing being authentic. I kind of touched on it, but when I came into YouTube, I wanted to just be authentic as possible, as authentic as I could. And that's what I love so much about Alex Hormozy, the business guy, is I can just tell he's to the point and he's so authentic that everything he says, I really trust. And so, yes, you're doing it on YouTube and you're posting it, but it also allows you to do it in a whole nother realm. And what I mean by that is, if you can put up a camera and talk to it and be who you are, you can be who you are in any other scenario. You can go into a coffee shop, talk to random people, and it's essentially the same as talking into your phone. You can go into a job interview and you can speak off the cuff and you can be yourself. You're just gonna radiate positive energy because people really can smell and feel your anxiety. They can also feel if you're very, very comfortable with yourself. And you can develop that through making talking videos on your phone. So authenticity is one of my main core values, and I've been able to just develop comfortability with my authentic self. So that's the second thing. The third reason plays into it. It's not caring what other people think. So we all have an ego, and the more you go through life, ideally, the smaller your ego becomes. So firstly, when you begin posting on social media, if you're like most people, you're gonna wonder who's watching. You're gonna post a video and you'll probably look through the comments. If you see a comment from your friend, you might get a little anxious and be like, oh my gosh, my friend's watching my video. No. But you begin to realize that the joy of doing what you want, regardless of other people's opinions, is greater than any criticism or discomfort you might get from other people's opinions. So even if I have people say that it's cringe, which I never have, side note, authenticity eradicates cringiness. If you're authentic and people can feel that, nobody's gonna think it's cringe. For some reason, even through the phone, people can tell if you're being yourself or not. So that's really the main goal, is how can you be yourself online? And inevitably, no one can beat you at being you. So be yourself. And then you're gonna be yourself online and nobody's gonna care, which is gonna be liberating. And even if people do care, you've figured out that you're completely detached from that ego that wants other people's approval. And so it's developmental in that way as well. You start to realize that you're putting yourself out there and people are seeing it, people that you know, perhaps people whose opinion you might have cared about in the past, which now you don't care about, which is huge. Most of the time, people don't reach their goals or their dreams or get what they want simply because of a fear of what other people might have to say or what they might think about what you're doing, which is so dumb. Everybody is going to die. And that death is the greatest teacher. Everything that is meaningless instantly eradicates itself when you get near death or if you're about to die. So that's why when you hear about people in a hospital bed, they don't give a shit about the weather. They don't care about who won the sports game. They don't care about their job. All they care about is the people in their relationships. It all comes back to who you're around in your relationships. So you really figure out what's important when you face death and kind of get comfortable with the fact that, hey dude, there's gonna come a point where you're gonna take your last breath. And an interesting thing that I read in a book earlier today by Michael A. Singer, he was saying that everything you're gonna do today, someone has died while doing it. Someone's died while eating dinner. Someone's definitely died while getting in a car accident. Someone's definitely died while driving or walking across the street. Someone's died at work. So the point is that every moment, you do not know when your last breath is gonna be. And you gotta really sit with that and think about it and think, hey, if this was the last week of my life, how would I feel and what would I do? Because wise people face mortality and are not really afraid of it. Because if we had infinity to go about our lives, we would just be killing time because we wouldn't think there's any meaning to it. We'd think, wow, this is never ending. It's the scarcity of your life that actually brings it meaning. So that was a tangent, but that is 3 ways that YouTube has grown me immensely. So I have other videos on YouTube and why you should start it, what's helped me. And if you want to get free lifestyle coaching, which is just your routine, your fitness, your nutrition, it'll be probably in the description, or you can find it in the link of my YouTube bio. but it's at atomic-lifestyle.fit. So I do a week of free coaching. Other than that, I hope this video was valuable. You have an awesome rest of your day.